Hey everybody, happy Independence Day. Welcome to the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet. Normally on this channel I like to drink craft beers and review craft beers that come in around the $2 price range. Today's selection was a little bit more. It's a special Independence Day selection. I paid, in fact, $3.99, so $4 for a can, which I don't normally do. A 12-ounce can of the Stone's Enjoy by 7419 Unfiltered IPA, a Defiantly Independent Double IPA. Uh, this was canned on 5/27/19, so it's well within range, and it's supposed to be drank fresh. You're not supposed to drink it after today. Stone has this strange thing on their website though, where they were listing like, but by the end of yesterday, you weren't supposed to drink it anymore. Okay, I got a perfect score on the SAT, on the English section of the SAT. Enjoy by means that you also have this date as well. So you're supposed to be able to drink this on this day. Okay, now that aside, um, it has a 9.4 ABV. Typically, Imperial IPAs come in between 7.5 and 10%. It has 90 IBUs. Typically, Imperial IPAs come in between 60 and 120 IBUs. You know what's really sad, gang, is that I had to go to the 2008 Beer Judging Certification Program, BJCP, in order to find those parameters. So, um, yeah, I'm not crazy about the latest version of BJCP, and I will tell you right now, if you want, there's a lot of times you're going to have to go to older versions of the app in order to find characteristics of some of these beers. They really kind of dropped the ball on this round, but that's in regards to BJCP. Let's focus here on this beer. Once again, this beer, it's a regular series. Stone does this every once and again. They've done it for Christmas. They've done it for, hell, they actually did it for 420. I saw one that was April 20th, and I forget how many years ago. But Stone has both the Enjoy By and Enjoy After series. Now, among the reviewing community, 10 of my friends on Untappd have given this a cumulative score of 4.03. 17,000 of us have given it a cumulative score of 3.98. Here's the problem with Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate reviews they take the accumulation of the ratings for all of them. So every year, every Enjoy By gets thrown into this sort of algorithmic expanse of the entire year. So they don't do it individually. You can go right now to Beer Advocate and see some of the written reviews, I mean the composed reviews of this beer, but in terms of seeing the algorithm to see what the grand totals are, that's in respect to the entire series as a whole. So I didn't bother writing that down. You can go and you can read and you can see some who say that every single one of these Enjoy By beers, regardless of what its Enjoy By date is, tastes the same. Others say that each one is distinctly different. I don't know. Quick information in regard to the beers. The, the website, Stone's website, says it should be tropical, intense, and hoppy. Now, here is the hop composition, and man, oh man, it's quite a list. All right, Nugget, Super Galena, Simcoe, Delta, Target, Amarillo, Cascade, Galaxy, Citra, Nelson Sauvin, Motueka, and Helga hops. Quite a combination there. Um, Looking at the 2008 BJCP characteristics for an Imperial IPA, the description says medium light to medium mouthfeel, long lasting bitterness that's not harsh. So there you have it. Okay, sorry, Kitty was acting weird. Thought I was going to see what was up. So there you have the long and short of it, gang. This is actually, I believe, my first time ever drinking an Enjoy By. I mean, I looked in Untappd and I didn't log it if I did have one of these, or if I had it prior to starting my Untappd membership. So um, this is sort of a new experience for me. I am going to be using my stemmed IPA glass from Stone. You might be saying, "Gee, Chris, I thought that you're supposed to be using a tulip glass for Imperial IPAs," and you are 100% correct. And normally, that's exactly what I would do. I would pour an Imperial IPA into a tulip glass. But I think because this is a well, it's a special beer, and it's a Stone beer, so I decided I'm going to put a Stone beer into a Stone glass even if it's not exactly what it's supposed to be. This is in fact an IPA glass. It's just not a glass for Imperial IPAs, and that is pouring very carroty, very golden color. Guys, what you're seeing on the camera is, I'm going to say, 2 shades darker than the actual color itself. It is very hazy. It looks like we've got about, well, I'm going to describe that as medium carbonation. That head seems to be, well, it seems to be dissipating rather quickly. It's nice and creamy and semi-sturdy, but it is dissipating, so I don't know how much longer I can expect to keep that. Already I can smell tropical fruits, so I'm going to give it a beard wipe, see what I come across. And that's more tropical fruits for sure. It smells like a fruit platter at the buffet. Let me stick my nose into here, see what I can find. Hop profile certainly coming through. I mean, you saw the list. I read you the list. Trying to differentiate, one hop from another when you've got such a composition as that's too difficult. Of course, that does explain why it costs so damn much, because some of those hops are expensive, like Galaxy hops. Those ain't cheap. And the Nelson Sauvin hops, I also know those are not cheap. So this is why this beer is $3.99. And gang, as I've said before, I'll say it again. I'll say it many times in the future. Sometimes if you're going to enjoy the hobby, you're going to have to spend a couple extra bucks. I do my damnedest to try and get beers in here that are around the $2 price range. But occasionally, for a holiday such as today, such as Independence Day 2019, you need to drink a special beer and pay a couple bucks more. So I paid $4 for a 12-ounce can. As I said, that's not something I'd normally do. But let's face it, if you go to the bar and order a beer, how often are you going to be able to get a beer for $4? So, there's that to consider. Okay, I'm going to quit yapping my flap and start getting some drinking here. Cheers. Mmm, boy, is that good. It is about a medium mouthfeel, a little bit of alcohol warmth, not much though. The uh, the hoppiness is coming through, but it's really tempered by malt. Um, it does have that creamy finish. It's not spiky in mouthfeel, but it is spiky in flavor. Um, so it's not an overly high mouthfeel. It says it should have a medium light to medium mouthfeel in the descriptor for BJCP, and it certainly does. And it does have that creamy finish, and it's full of it's full of hoppy goodness. It's full of malty goodness. I mean, this is a really, really nice equilibrium between the hops and the malt in this beer. Like I said, I don't believe that I've ever had an Enjoy By, but I tell you what, the next time that they come out with an Enjoy By, I'm going to go ahead and grab it, no matter whether it's an Enjoy By Halloween or Christmas or whatever they decide to do the next Enjoy By. I'm going to grab a can of it, and I want to see if I feel as though I'm able to distinguish between this one and that one. This is a really good beer. I mean, if this is what comes out every time they do an Enjoy By, cool. Uh, yeah, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of alcohol heat, but not much. Um, Somehow it's always amazes me when it can be crisp and creamy at the same time, but somehow they've managed to pull that off. This is a hell of beer. I think it was worth $4 for a 12-ounce can. Not very often that that it is. I see other cans going for roughly that price and say the hell with it, I'm not paying that. And more often than not, I'm glad I didn't. But honestly, in this particular instance, I think this is worth the money. When you've got a hop profile like that, full of expensive hops that come out tasting this good, that's just the thing is this isn't just expensive. It ended up making a really, really good beer. And I'm really happy to have had this. And I'm very happy to be an American and enjoy the freedoms and the liberties that are guaranteed to me and the safety that I have here in this country. And one last final note. I learned last night, July 3rd, that We lost Jerry Seltzer. Jerry Seltzer was the creator and founder of roller derby. He invented the rules of roller derby on the back of a napkin at a burger joint. I believe it was Johnny Rockets, but I'm not positive. Please don't hold me to that. It was some kind of burger joint. He sat and with a napkin and pen composed the rules of roller derby. I was an NSO, which is a non-skating official for Sin City Roller Girls for 8 seasons. I met Trish the Dish and Ivana Spankin shortly after they founded WFTDA, Women's Flat Track Derby Association. I followed Derby in Puget Sound. I followed in the Bay. And I followed Derby in my hometown of Kansas City. Remember when Kansas City Roller Warriors were a team to be reckoned with, and grew up watching roller derby on Kansas City UHF, as well as the movie Kansas City Bomber with Raquel Welch. Just about, well, about at least once a month that movie was on. So I grew up with roller derby, love roller derby, and I am truly saddened to hear about the passing of Jerry Seltzer. So Jerry, this one's for you, brother. Thanks for all the joy you brought to millions of people across the world. Guys, if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, drink good beer and don't break the bank doing it. Cheers.